So now we're going to start first with if is an empty path, then end is there, which basically checks if it's a directory basically, if it exists and so on. Then is end is an empty this underscore files array. Then we're going to use our for each loop, this files as key equals value. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to check the name of the file if it doesn't contain any spaces, apostrophes, or in other words, any illegal characters for the file name. So name variable equals helper clean string, and we pass in there we pass in value and name index to it. Okay, so if we open our helper class, close the browser now, scroll right to the bottom, and let's create a new class called public static function clean string, and we're taking one parameter, which is basically the name of the file, so by default is null. Now we are checking if isn't empty name, then we return, and we use string to lower to make sure that all of the characters are in a lowercase, and then we use preg replace, which is a regular expression we're going to use here. The first parameter is our regular expression basis, so it's going to be / square bracket, then this symbol arrow up, then we have a lowercase a hyphen z, z, and then we have uppercase a hyphen z, then we have 0-9, then we have dot, closing square bracket, /, and that's our regular expression. Then we want to replace things which aren't basically matching this with a hyphen. Then we have the third parameter, the string, which we want to replace these things in. So obviously it's going to be our name parameter. Okay, and that's everything inside of this function, inside of this method, rather. And if we go back to upload class, now we are checking if this underscore override equals false, and is file path ds, which is the directory separator, and the name, if this kind of file exists, and we've set override parameter property to false. So now, if obviously we have override to false, that means we don't want the file to be overwritten if the same name, if the file with the same name already exists. So we're going to create prefix equals, and we're going to use current date and time in a format ymdh capital AIS, and we provide the second argument as time, which is a current time, and then rename the file name will be our prefix dot, and we're gonna concatenate it with the hyphen and dot the name of the file. Okay, after this if statement, we check if isn't move uploaded file, which is basically moving the file from a temporary directory to the destination directory, value tmp underscore name, which is the name of the file which has been temporary name of the file which has been actually uploaded to the server. Then we have path dot ds dot name. So if it didn't upload, then we have this underscore errors, and we're going to simply put the key into it, which is basically a field name it's going to be. Otherwise, after this if, this underscore names equals name of the file which we've generated through this method. Then after this if names, which is after our for each loop, we simply return empty this underscore errors. If errors array is empty, then this obviously it's true. Otherwise, it's false. And if the first statement, this first if statement isn't successful, then obviously return false. Okay, so that's our method done. Let's move to the next video.